Go on then. Yeah, Wilf is back, and guess what? Wait for it. Yeah, Wilf has had his annual service and MOT, so you get taxed later today. There's no point in trying to MOT it straight away. You have to give ministry a couple of hours to get the notification through to say it's all been done. So, but yes, by the end of the day, Wilf will be completely 100% road legal again. Hooray. Anyway, it's out of Wilf and into the case. You come in, Biscuit. Come on, I can see you. Come on, anytime today. There we go. Go on. All right, so as I said yesterday, the prospect of us changing this tractor or even getting a second tractor next year has kind of been turned on its head. With the issues we've had with the skid steer, which is currently working perfectly, I will add, nothing wrong with it, but it did bring home the fact that, you know what, the two reasons I wanted to change this tractor was I wanted a bit more power, so if I wanted to do some tillage I could, and a bit more comfort. Well, to be perfectly honest, if I sort of look at it sensibly, this tractor does do everything I need. I don't have to change it. It doesn't do some of the things I want to do, but it does everything I need to do. Now the skid steer, that is a machine I use pretty much every single day throughout the year. No matter what's going on, either I'm using it for something on the farm, or I'm moving something, or I'm loading something, we're loading logs, or we're moving wood chip, or we're moving muck, or that I rely on. So I know a few of you have told me this. I know a few said, well, if I was you, I'd change the skid steer rather than the... So that's what we're looking at now. We've taken our focus off of a tractor. I'm still going to have tractors here on trial and test because I've been invited to do it, and if folks do want me to do it, I'll still do it. I'll still give a review and an opinion on tractors. But I think we're going to look at maybe not necessarily upgrading the Mustang. I might see once again if I can find a way of keeping that, because I know it, and maybe having a second machine that can load. Now, my brother's moved back to the UK, and he's acquired a little bit of land over at the other farm, and he wants a tractor. And I know he's got his eye on Dad's 695. Well, to me, it seems daft to for him to go and buy a tractor, and that maybe sometime in the future he'll be taking that off me. So a second tractor later on probably will happen. We'll see. There's the dynamics of the farm and the family and everything over there have changed quite a lot in the last couple of months. Everything's sort of been thrown up in the air a little bit. Now it's got to come back down. We've got to see where everything settles down to. So no argy-bargy or trouble like that. It's just stuff has changed, and we've got to make some adjustments. So yeah, right now the 695 stays here, but it's possible that in the future it might go over there temporarily or even permanently. We'll see. No, Michael, I'm not giving you the 695 yet. I'm only thinking about it. Thinking. So, what am I going to do today? Well, we've done the cabin. The cabin's been moved over. That's done. Nice to have that out the way and done. My Land Rover's been serviced and MOT'd, been back and fetched that. That's done. That leaves me, it's now 11:30, that leaves me the rest of the day, or the morning, not much of that left, to do the job that I intended to do from the beginning. I'm sure you've already guessed what it is, but if you haven't, well, you have now. That out of the way again. Out of the way. So I've left the tractor just tick it over. By the time I come and do any work, she'll be nice and warm. This whole area has got to be tidied up, but that won't be today's job. Today's job is just get a bit of old muck out. So this is why I don't really want to get rid of this machine. I know it knows me, I know what it can and can't do, I know what I can and can't do, so once I'm in here this thing becomes an extension of me. Those of you that know skid steers will know exactly what I'm talking about. This thing are shot, I know that, so I'm probably going to be limited what I can do in here. Into the newer heat day there, push that over, maybe I'll put a bit of that in as well. I know it's a bit fresh, but I can get to the heat where the grade's a bit more solid. Right, that's the first load done. I'd say that's pretty well ready to go. Alright, first load out, and we, I think, are going to do the golf course. So the avenue out here, the cattle have been using this as a hub for everything else for quite a while, and to be honest, there's already quite a lot of muck out here. When we did our soil tests, the one thing that the golf course was short of in comparison to the rest of the farm was organic matter. So we've got some. It's not doing any good being left in the heat now. The older stuff, some of that is coming up 2 years old, needs to go out, and it's dry. So while it's dry, now's the time. Mind the tree. So what we'll do is let this get in the ground a little bit, and then probably going to come over this with the topper and just that'll smash up any lumps. Yeah, we'll feed the trees as well. Can't go much further because the stream there, and I can't have it washing in the stream, so start at the beginning again. I know I could go forward, but I was already going backwards. I want a bit more here anyway. So the cattle are pretty much finished out here anyway. There's nothing left for them to eat. Once I've finished spreading out here, I will shut the gates and shut them out anyway, because we don't actually want them grazing mucked ground. But yeah, that's why they were shut out this morning. They're not coming back in. They won't be happy about it. They like it out here, but needs must. Mind the trees. I'm putting plenty around the trees because they're going to soak it up too. So I'm probably getting on 45 years since this ground had any organic manure spread on it. It would have had some granular stuff maybe from when the golf course had it, but actually I doubt that very much. They didn't really want to encourage the grass too much on the fairways. Just empty it out. That'll do. Right, up we get another load. That's quieter. That's it. That's me for the rest of the day. Probably. Unless I get a phone call and someone changes my plans, as usual. So, this is my intended rest of the day. Right, here we go again. Yeah, that'll do, wouldn't it? Right, do you miss me? Let's go. Let's try a lower gear.